Hello there, and welcome to episode 7 of my quick tutorial series for Against the Storm. And today we're going to cover the Citadel upgrades. I'm going to talk about what you should keep your eyes out for and which ones are the most attractive ones, most important ones, all together give you a general impression about what these upgrades do for you and why they are important for your progression and such. I have down there in the description box a playlist link to the previous things that I did for this tutorial series, so if you want to see this series in its entirety, I'm explaining pretty much everything in this game in 10 to 15 minute videos. Check it out. Now, upgrades. We get these unlocked by food, machinery, and artifacts. Just as one very generic thing, try to make as many of these sites here go happen during your colonies as you can. It's just, even if you fail, you get a little bit of these currencies, and these currencies are really important. Food alone doesn't kick it, so try to grind as many of these site currencies as you can possibly bear. Don't throw your run out of the window, but they're really worth it. So when you are starting on out, fresh, you are down here. The consumption control, well, it is very close to the list, but I want to stress out how important this is. This is one of the things that allows you to reserve certain things for later, which allows you to tell your folks to not eat the stuff that you want to transform into complex food. Altogether, one of the most important upgrades in the entire game, obviously. Directly followed by blueprint rerolls, extremely important as well, because it gives you an entirely new increase of chances to get what you need, together with the additional cornerstone choice. These two here right next to each other will make your win rate go up inherently, because the more choice you have, the easier it is to get what you want, and the less you need to improvise. After that, I highly stress out trade routes, because this gives you the opportunity to transform provisions in something in your stockpiles into money, and money wins games. Apart from that, there's also cornerstone abilities that give you victory conditions just by using trade routes, so has a lot behind this. This is a very powerful trade and should be picked as soon as you can. It's basically one way of winning the game, all in itself. Then, additional blueprint choices. Not only the reroll is important, but the additional choice makes things so much more powerful. The difference between 3 and 4 is insane. Combined with the ability to reroll, it's massive. The different embarkation bonuses here, usually they're more something that you need to skill to get to the next one, but extra villages are among the most potent embarkation bonuses that you can pick up, because more people get more things done, makes you more quick, makes you win games faster. It's just easy as that. Then, housing. Racial housing is one of the things that I really would recommend to unlock equally fast. Here again, this produces resolve out of resources, and the best part about it is it's permanent. As soon as your people have moved into these houses, they permanently have a higher resolve, which means you can directly transform your resources into a stronger city. End of the line. Therefore, unlock these as fast as you can, because otherwise you need to draft them. So there's another nice side caveat behind this. You make the draft pool smaller, which increases the chances of getting what you actually want. This is just a win-win in the grand total. Cornerstone reroll charges are also massively powerful. Cornerstones can easily make you win a game or lose a game. Therefore, the chance to reroll when there's nothing that you want to have is really big. It's much bigger than it looks like, because unlike blueprints, cornerstones are much more potent. That's just what it is. So Last Stand is a gimmick thing that I wouldn't stress out too much. It looks good and all. Embarkation points are always nice, but hearth upgrades, these should be something you should be really after. Hearth upgrades allow you to make your city become much more strong. The Upgrades behind the basic upgrade include really powerful things like double production and such, so it's massive. It's a really, really big upgrade, and here again, really, really desirable. Additional resources, not so much. Here, though, mine upgrades again. Mines are, before this ability, rather meh, because they get depleted eventually and need to be ripped out. Once you have this one unlocked, you can easily stay with one or two mines during an entire run. This makes so much less expansions necessary. It's big. It's really, really big. Basically, giving the mines an entirely new level of functionality. Same goes here for rainpunk engines. This is also one of the really massive upgrades, allowing you to utilize rainwater and pipes into a plethora of different upgrades. Increased production, increased happiness of workers inside, these things can be extremely mighty and come with a very low cost. You just need to collect water somewhere, and then you can do all manner of wonderful things with that. Here again, very desirable, and also unlocks entirely new playstyles. There's cornerstones revolving around rainpunk engines and such. There's really big stuff locked behind this one. This is again one of those cornerstones upgrades that should be marked big, as a matter of fact, on this one. Anyways. Embarkation bonuses coal and oil deserve a special recommendation, as these things solve quests. You can often resolve danger glade events with these. This makes them so desirable and really worth packing them up. Extra camps, I am not a big fan, because you never know what you get, and it's basically gambling for something. Therefore, not really desirable for me. Increased town vision range is also more gimmicky than anything else. It becomes more important later when you want to go for certain locations, but it's really more of a late game thing. Here again, hearth upgrades are already covered, and we are pretty down the road already. Most of the important things we have already covered, but there's a few things left, namely starting abilities. These are so massive. You basically enter a new layer of gameplay once you have these. Whereas the starting ability of the lizards ain't much. I mean, 10 tools aren't bad, but it's really not that massively game-changing. But humans uncover fertile soil, which can be on maps that have almost no fertile soil, really big, and equally other fantastic things. Here, this one I want to point out as well, because embarking with planks, bricks, and fabric is really, really powerful, as it allows you to build many things without having to work around the crude workshop. It's really cool. I really end up using these a lot in the later stages of the game too. And we are almost done. Here again, additional cornerstone choices. I covered that already. We just get one last thing that I extremely enjoyed. Oh no, two things. Extra factions are really cool, as they allow you to have more trade partners with trade routes, which is amazing. Really, it's massively big. And last but not least, not this one, these are really not well sorted. It's one of the things I'm sort of bothered with. Where are you? Here. House upgrades. This is the last thing that I recommend to pick up as fast as possible. Housing upgrades basically give you yet another prestige layer of success, and the rest of these are then late game things where basically everything is desirable. But to put it into a more compactified speech, what you really want first are those things that unlock entirely new features. This is the most important things. Things like consumption control, trade routes, rainpunk. These things should be on your get first list, first and foremostly, because they change really a lot. Directly after that come things like the hearth upgrades and the housing blueprints. I find these equally big because they enable you to do much more potent cities. You know, your cities become much more effective with these tricks. And then after that, you pick up the draft bonuses, stuff that gives you more choices and more embarkation bonuses and such. This is basically how I was pretty successful and happy with skilling up my skill tree. At the end of the day, all of these are very desirable because every single skill gives you base stat increases, which accumulate to a very, very powerful incremental bonus that you at first almost not notice, but the longer you play the game, I can only tell you that these little things, they do stack up nicely. And there is a lot of power behind a entirely skilled out skill tree just in the base stat increases. You know, the percentile bonuses that you get here everywhere are really big in the long run. But in the beginning, you should focus on the big features and less on the small things. That's all I have to say about this topic. In the next episode, we're going to cover seal maps, because I feel like these are such a different gameplay experience that I want to dedicate a video to these. So, let me know in the comments what you want to see also next. I have on my plan after the seals a couple of dedicated videos for the biomes, but actually I'm pretty much done in my script. Let me know what you guys want to see. Leave a like, leave a subscribe. Like I said in the intro, there's a playlist link down there leading to the entirety of this one if you want to see more. And I want to say a big thanks to all the people supporting this channel. Much appreciated. If you want to join on in, you are more than welcome. And of course, a big thanks to you guys watching these videos up until the very end. You're the best of the bestest. I appreciate your company, and I hope you have a good time. See you there, and bye-bye.